All right, ladies and gentlemen, in this session, I am the host. So I have a topic I want to deliberate and share with my guys so we all drop our comments and know the way forward. So the story says, my 16-year-old daughter is pregnant and doesn't know who the father is. She is terrified and needs support. My husband says she has disgraced the family and wants her sent away. I refused. She's still a child, and right now she needs her mother more than ever. Now he's given me an ultimatum. Either my daughter leaves or our marriage is over. I'm torn between protecting my child and losing my husband. If you were in my position, what would you have done? What would you do if you are in that position, if you're the husband?
Well, there are two sides to this. The truth is, as a father, I personally, I'm going to judge on my own perspective. There are two sides to it. I know most people will say, let her go, you understand? But, one thing I would love to say is that she made a mistake. That's what I would want to believe as a father. And She has made a mistake. The first thing is, you find the person who is responsible for this. If she does not know, there's nothing you can do as a father. She's still your child. She stays, she bears the child. When she grows up, you understand, she will have to find her way. She will literally have to leave your house someday. She's not going to stay with you forever. But at least, because you can push her out, you can do anything you want, you can send her out, but then you are only going to make her life more messy than what it has already been. So for me as a father, I would say, if she does not know the person who got her pregnant, she will have to mention everybody that she has been sleeping with. We'll meet them one by one. Do you understand? When the child is born, probably do a DNA test to know who the father is, and then we give it to the right father. But if she does not, the person where she sleep does not know, let's assume that she was doing hookup, she does not even know the person. Do you understand? Then you need to take the disgrace as a father. There's nothing that you do. There's nothing absolutely that you can do. If you send her out of the house, no matter, do whatever you want to do, she's still your daughter. She's still your daughter. So you are only going to make her life more messy. At least that should be a moment where I should sit her down and tell her, look, see, you've messed up your life. Have you seen where this has gotten you? This is a time for you to rethink. This is time for you to re-strategize. It's a time for you to change. This is a time for you to take another path in life. I think advice would fix. It's okay for anybody to make mistakes. What if it's your male child who enter cult? Do you understand? So anybody can make mistakes. We're all human beings. We're all learning. It's a process. Do you understand? But it's another ball game if you tell her all this and she keeps doing the same thing. Do you understand? It's a different ball game if you tell her all this, you try to bring her back. Probably immediately I see some women, they just give birth, some young girls, they just give birth to child today, 1 month, 2 months, 3, child never even come out for breast, they come out. They don't begin, they come out again, go find man outside.
This is well. So Real Riches, what do you have to contribute towards this topic?
I would say the same thing, because we are all humans, we make mistakes and we don't see these mistakes coming. Normally, if we see it coming, there will always be a way to dodge it. But once it happens, we can't undo it. So we always have to find a perfect way to control the damages. You can't lose your child because of the mistake she made. Then in terms of the DNA tests, not everybody is able to afford it. That is why most men accept children that are not theirs. Because even if they want to raise the DNA issue, how are they going to go about the payment and all of that?
Another thing is that this will raise a question to me as a father and to my wife as a mother. Because if my child ever has to do that at that young age, then I should be questioned. My wife should be questioned. Because it's my female daughter. I might not really be able to bond very well to have such discussion with my female daughter, you understand? Put her in the right direction and say, okay, fine, don't follow man, you understand? Take the right. It is a duty of the mother Do you understand? To be able to communicate this kind of thing with the child, monitor your female child, look at her body, see if somebody have tampered with your child. How can you? Do you know that most of these small 7-year-old children, they don't already start to get them for nursery school, and they have mothers. They don't know that the child is going through that. Do you know that there's a neighbor, a grown-up neighbor that can be your small child? But you have a wife in the house who is supposed to monitor your child, look at your child, know when things are changing, know when things, but you overlook these things. That is when these things mature. Yes, to get to things like this. So it will raise a question to me and my wife. If I look at my male child and I see him start to make some kind of hairstyle, I know that it looks like a cultist behavior. I am the one that will call him to order. Tell him, come, look here. You are trying to behave like a cultist. You are behaving like a hooligan. It's not my wife's job to go and tax my male child and say, hey, come here, it's my job. Do you understand? I'm a man. I can speak to him man to man. Come here, sit down. Why are you looking like a hooligan? Do you understand? So if my female child, I cannot go and be checking my female child, but before they say it's my wife's job to do that. No, it's my daughter, but she's a female child. That's my wife's job to take care. It's my child's job to monitor. You see, she can be closer to my wife than me.
Okay. Can I add something to that? This is Africa, and our people feel it is the mom's responsibility to take care of the daughters, blah, blah, blah. But I can show you with proof how some moms are sleeping with their sons. In case you are talking about expecting your daughter. Mothers that raise their sons, most of them are sleeping with the boy. They're touching the boy in the wrong place and it's responding, and they are taking advantage of that. Right? And another thing is this. Where I grew up from, I recall my father telling me that if ever in my life I'm arrested, he will never come for me. I'll remain there. And that kept me away from trouble. I've never been arrested. I've never had handcuffs on my hand. I've never been in a police cell before because I know nobody will come for me. In life, we have a lot we have to sacrifice to have discipline. We need discipline. And I can recall I finished my secondary school without any intimacy. I went to college as an adult. Until this age, I do not have a child. I've not gotten anybody pregnant. A lion does not give birth to a goat or a mouse. With the kind of discipline and knowledge I have, my daughter is supposed to pick after me, not get pregnant at the age of 16. Something is wrong. There is this thing my grandfather did. When one of my uncle took his radio to play for his girlfriend, my grandfather arrested his son and the girlfriend who play within radio and gave a standing order that nobody should release those people except him. Left them. I think the girl was there for 3 weeks. He went back to release her, to pay money to release, because he don't stay for 3 weeks. Left the son there, make it still get sense, and then learned the hard way. See the way my father trained me, now why I know if you do some kind of nonsense, because I know if that I don't have anybody if I misbehave. A child that can sleep around without knowing who got her pregnant is an adult. Do you understand? If you can sleep with multiple people and not know who got you pregnant, you are an adult. You will be on your own, not under my roof to raise children. When I stayed with my parents, I did not raise any child under their roof. Do you understand? So any child at 16 that is able to have multiple sexual partners, despite the discipline I will instill in them based on who I am, deserves to be on their own. You will not raise a child under my roof. Well, you will raise it on you. And I will send the child to go and live with the people that has been sleeping with her. She's married.
That's the problem now.
She's married.
The person says he does not know who she's pregnant.
She will pick her bags. She knows the people she has been sleeping with. She will find her way. Because take note, this is not a rape case. This is a case in the context. She was not taken advantage of. I want you to understand that these girls now, they want to explore. As a matter of fact, a girl at 16 is not an age mate to a boy at 20. Are you aware of that? Are you aware? So if you're aware of that, for her to live this kind of lifestyle under my own roof with the discipline I have, she deserves to have her own house and start her own family. Do you understand? She will go and start her own family successfully.
Of course, everything you are saying is true. But here's the reality. The reality around all this is that she doesn't really have the house. She doesn't really know what she was doing. She was just having fun like every other girl. You understand? What you are saying is perfectly okay. I grew up in a house where there's nothing that you do. My mother was very lovely. We were very, very close. We were closer to my mother than my father because my father was this scary person. All of us saw my father as being very scary. But if you do something bad, and my mother knows it, if you like beg my mother from now till tomorrow, my mother will tell my father.
So that she will not have problem with your father of covering up evil. Let me ask you a question.
Do you understand? So if my wife takes good care of my daughter and monitors because back then you if you come or go anywhere, maybe your papa don't know where you dey go. If you go to that place and come back, and you don't have a perfect explanation of what took you, because sex is not something that you do under where you were not doing
well planned.
It's a well planned something. So you not tell me that you will leave the house, go and you will stay there for like 1 hour, 2 hours. You come back and I ask you where were you, and you don't give me an explanation. You tell me you want to buy Maggi for 2 hours.
For 2 hours.
Which shop? I will follow you to that shop where you bought the Maggi.
I want to ask you a question.
You show me the Maggi that you. But it is my wife's job to do that. Report to me and tell me. I'm not asking her to deal with them. Tell me, look, this your daughter has started going out for 1 hour. Yesterday she went to buy Maggi for 2 hours. Today she went to buy milk for. Leave that to me. You understand? Your job is to monitor. If something that is too difficult for you, leave it to me. Now that is when you will have to tell your daughter, look, see this thing that you are doing. Once you get pregnant, carry your bag jejely. You understand? Or you take note. You understand? You tell her, you give her the information. Why I said that was that you said this has already happened. If it has happened already, there is nothing you can do. But initially, you have to already set this bound. Let her know the kind of father that you are. Look, all these things that you are already going out for 1 hour to go and buy Maggi, 2 hours to buy milk. Look, if you get pregnant, write the name of the people down so that when you discover that you are pregnant, I don't need to know. Just lost.
Can I ask you a question? I would love to know at what age were you able to let your parent know you have a girlfriend?
Up till now, I can't even like personally tell my father, this is my girlfriend.
If I'm mistaken, you're in your 30s.
Yes.
And you want me to condone a child at 16 that got pregnant. Let me make this clear. That child was not molested. It is who she is. It is quite unfortunate that you gave birth to a daughter of Jezebel that wants to bring shame on your family, your reputation, everything you've worked for, to disgrace the ancestors. I will not be the one to cover up that evil. She will move in with the guy that got her pregnant. There is this thing. I'm coming. There is this thing that I do not. Do you understand that it is not my problem? I don't care. Let me tell you something. Wait, let me tell you something. There is something I told my sister. Come. You see the family that we are. It's quite unfortunate there is no father figure. I am the father figure. And towards your education, your well-being, I contribute to it. I set an example. You've watched me, I've had some girlfriends, but there is a particular lifestyle that you do not know. That I was once a playboy, hanging a Playboy logo on my neck. Fully active. I had girls around me. And I made her understood that I had girls around me that I could choose and do whatever I want. But I was extremely careful because back then, we did not have the number of infection we have right now. It was safe back then to be a playboy, to even sleep around and do whatever you want. And I did those things when I was of age. I was an adult before I could do those things. I explained to my sister, if you let any bastard under the surface of the earth deceive you, you are on your own. At any point that any boy mislead you, they give you belly, I don't withdraw that privileges because I don't reach me. I never born. You won't go born before me, and I will be taking care of you. I will not. I will use my money to start my own family, make you not be like say at mumu. Look, I not go use my own money take care of your own child, but me I never give woman belly. If you don't reach where you fit carry belle, you will take care of that child without me. I have used my life as an example in my 30s. I never gave woman belle, and you at 16. You want me to take responsibility to cover up that shit for you? You will be alone. God bear me witness. You'll be alone.
See, to me, where I'm having a problem is that she's also a human being. You understand? Sending her to the street just like that too, and you don't care. It's inhuman.
I did not enjoy that sex with her.
No, I understand. I understand.
Do you understand?
You can basically do it the way it is now that I understand, because most of the time I've known a lot of
spade the rod.
I've known several single mothers who stay alone, stay alone with their child. It is now that I understand the concept of that. As a father, you can also pay rent the house for her to go and live.
It is the girl that slept with her that got her pregnant that will start a family with her. Yes.
You have forgotten the storyline. The storyline said that she does not even know who.
She was not molested. She was not raped.
So who?
It was she
has lost
that had fun at 16 with numerous guys that she does not know.
All those numerous guys don't want me.
That's none of my business. For the record, she did it consciously. They no take advantage of her. As my daughter, it will be a shame that a lion king don't born a goo for. She will go and start a family.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Me, I will do. There is a lot.
You can be angry.
Wait, let me ask you a question.
One day, 2 days,
who is going to arrest that child?
I said, my brother, I said there is nothing you can do. Even your wife will beg you.
No, if my wife insists,
she will follow.
They too will go.
Don't worry. I say, my brother, even you will sit down like this one day, and your conscience alone will just hit you.
My conscience did not blame my father when he told me that if I am arrested, he will not come. Conscience did not kill. It is not conscience that killed my grandfather that arrested his son that played his radio for his girlfriend. Where I come from, we know they take nonsense. Make my daughter take notes.
Look at your story. Did he not go back to remove him? Did he leave him there? See, no matter what,
let me ask you a question. That was just because he played radio. When my father met my grandfather and said, I don't find woman who I don't deal with. You know what my grandfather did? He said, not under my roof. There is a land at so place. I built house there. Go in there.
See,
I'm calling. That was a man that was ready for marriage. In the right sense, how it was done before, when you are ready for marriage, your father settles you. As a good child, not as a bastard. Not as a wayward child.
Whether he's a bastard or anything.
No, where I come from, we do not entertain that nonsense.
See, whether he's a bastard or what, he's your son. Now you bring him come. If you leave him in the way, you understand? So the best thing for you to do is to settle her. Go and do since you have decided to do this part.
Can I ask a question?
You understand? This is where me and
Can I ask a question? In all of this that is happening, do you people blame Harrison's parents for bringing him to earth? Do you blame the kidnappers, the bandits' parents for bringing them to life? Do you blame this bandits negotiator for bringing such a terrible person to life? No, you do not blame them. I am not responsible for a child that chooses a wayward lifestyle. For the record, I am not wayward. A child that is wayward will not ruin my reputation. I've been trying to live an upright life, a good, perfect life. A child out of my loins will not come and ruin everything overnight.
Okay,
if she is pregnant, for the record, let her go and start the family with whoever got her pregnant.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Let's assume now that she go through all this pain alone. You understand? You pushed her out. She survived it. And she apologized to you. And you say, I don't want to hear, just go. You understand? She left, put her life in order, became someone big, became someone prominent. And they ask her, who is your father? Do you want her to mention you?
That's none of my business. Do you understand what? Let me come.
She come Dangote.
I don't give a fuck.
Say now why you gonna need blood plenty?
Do you understand? Let me make this thing clear. This is the same thing that is happening in our African homes, where boys go to do fraud and they come back to oppress their parents with the money so that the parents cannot correct them. This is the society that girls will go out to do hookup and the mom will tell them, buy shawarma as we are coming back, and the mom cannot tell the child, you are not leaving my home to go and sleep around. It will not happen under my own
The
watch.
moms give them targets before they even go out.
It will not happen under my own watch. If you are wayward,
Some girls, they
I
come
dare
with targets,
associate
they want
myself
to
from
say
you.
must meet
You cannot be part of me to disgrace me, trying to live a good life and not live this, do these crazy things that every other person
Let
is
me tell you
doing.
something. I understand what you are saying. See, there are cases where I will go that extreme. For example, my wife is conniving with my daughter, sending my daughter to go out and sleep with somebody. You understand? She will come back and give her money. You understand? I don't have knowledge of that. And then I realized that both my wife and my daughter will leave my house.
I just hope that
See,
someday.
that one, you understand? See, that one, nobody will tell me anything. But this one is our first time. It's a mistake. Anybody can make mistake. I will treat it as a mistake. You understand? I will try everything possible to believe that she still has a bright future. You understand? Until she proves to me that she no get future. Do you understand? Because it might be a mistake. See, the devil is very wise. You might know that girl has a very bright future. He bring one stupid boy to come and ruin her life.
Who is the
But
devil?
that's what I'm saying. See, your child can be very good. We talked about parenting here. Your child can be very good. You can have a very
This
you
devil
can
with
try.
the talk, no be that black
Let me tell you something.
film.
That's what I'm saying. Let me tell you
That
something.
person that be devil.
We're talking about parenting with the last thing that we had. The danger about parenting. And I said something here. You can be a good parent. Your child might fear you a lot. Your child might have my father don't like this thing. But the problem is that a friend of your child might be doing hookup, and maybe at that one from 10 years, the neighbor don't begin to do things for her body. She don't go far. Then he's telling your child all these things. He's luring your child to do all this. You do understand? You might not know, and these things happen. So it is good for you to give her benefit of. Let her give her a chance to explain why. Why did you do this? So that you know if it is something you can correct, or if it is something that I spoil.
Can I ask you a question? When we were in secondary school, didn't we have friends that were smoking weed, that were cultists? Did you join any of them?
That is why it is
you kept
good.
distance with them, right? Now,
is why
I'm
it is
putting it
good
to
for
you
you
that
to
a lion
have-
does not give birth to a rat. A lion does not give birth to Okun Calabar. In my own days, we had people that smoke igbo around us, and we did not smoke. We had cultists where they use that their slang sweet to back then. And if you can use their slangs, don't say you're gonna flock you. But I did not enter cult. It reached my own turn. Lion for the first time go born mosquito. No, I go do DNA. Know where this mosquito come from. For the record, a child, anybody that is able to get another person pregnant, deserve their own home to start a family, to raise a family. I did not start a family under my father's roof. Bear me witness, and let this video be there so that my children will watch. Because I will always tell them the truth, the things I will not tolerate. If I tell you the things I will not tolerate and you go against me, God help you. God help you. That is not my responsibility.
Well,
it's on you.
The truth is that I personally do not tolerate all those things. But you understand? But I like to give people a chance to prove themselves.
Now Jesus will give second chance.
No.
These girls that say that any man that loves you will accept you and your child.
See that one they talk rubbish. Leave that side. See what I'm concerned about is that
They don't take me nonsense for this life.
let me tell you something. This girl now, this story is crooked somehow. It's not straight. She does not know who.
Can I
Do
tell
you
you
understand?
something?
That is the point.
Can I tell you something?
That's the main point
I'm
that
going
is destroying everything. If she knew the person that got her pregnant, it's simple.
My brother, you
She will go there
prostitute.
and stay in that
A
person's
hookup
house.
girl.
Whether she likes it or not, she will stay in that house with that person. But this one, she does not know. See, why I am saying is that if I'm in a position to help somebody who is pregnant and don't have where to stay, and I know that I have plenty houses, I can help that person. I can help the person. Oh yeah, come and stay here. When you give birth to your child and you can get yourself in order, you leave and go. That's why I'm saying this. So she can live in my house, not like my child, but as another stranger. Because if it's a stranger, you understand, that I see, I can still offer the help. So it is out of my good heart, not because I can condone that rubbish.
Can I say something?
That is why I said, when she gets to an age, when she has grown up, you understand? That's what I'm saying. When she gets,
one, she carry another one.
that's what I am saying. That is when she, you see that new one when she bring up, she's supposed to know, because that's what I'm telling you. That is not the time when you push her out. Because you push her out, she will come back with 3. She will come back with 3. That's the time that you sit her down and tell her, look, I will take this one as a mistake. Or go and say, stay there. Do you understand? Go and stay there. If you bring another one, come. Make sure you know the father of this one so that you go. Do you understand? You make that one known to her. This is the time that you give her the information that she needs to know. It's not the time that you just push her out to go and stop.
If she come know the father of the second one now, she come
carry the 2, they go.
If the second one now don't come accept the first
Now
one,
for you. That's her business. She now it is for her to now tell that guy this one that you just come now say, if you like me, accept me with my child.
It's a real man.
Can I say something? Can I say something? First of all, you need to understand that I'm a consequential person, right? Discipline is not a comfortable place to be. So when we are talking about this person is disciplined, you need to really go deep to understand what is involved. I have been saying this. I keep saying it. I will still repeat myself till tomorrow. You wake me up from the sleep, I'll still say the same thing. If any child under my roof with my disciplines and teaching about life goes against me, that child is on their own. For the record, I did not raise any child under my father's roof. I'm in my early 30s. I never born. I've been very careful because I know how the world is. If I born Pekin now with woman, will not be my wife, my life not spoil. So if a 16-year-old girl could have multiple sexual partner, that one is not my child. For real, everybody should be accountable. Everybody should face the consequences of their action. You will not drag me into your shit. Now, do you think came in the same to raise a child like discipline for and now let me set an instance. The girl I know very well. I don't have her on my WhatsApp, but I have her. They like my contents for Facebook and I think TikTok. This girl na daughter to a rich woman in this state, right? She was in a private university. She had her own car with a driver. So when she came back from school, there was one Yahoo boy still in this state when they whine her. And she had to lie to the parent, to the mom. A car lessons. At a cabinet Yahoo boy. She go there with the Yahoo boy give her belly. As the Yahoo boy give her belly, the privileges were withdrawn. The car was taken. Driver dismissed. And the mom said, I will take care of this child and your education is on your own. Now, are you aware that this woman is a disciplinarian? But the daughter went against everything, lying just to go and meet a man. She must face the consequences of her action. When you think you are smarter than your parents, whatever you see, you face it. Don't drag your parents into that shit. I'm building a legacy. An idiot will, a 16-year-old idiot that chooses to be wayward, that gives herself to the devil to use her to bring me down, will not succeed. No. The Bible says, is it spoil the child and raise the rod, spare the rod, or you understand? If you don't under my roof misbehave, you will collect. God help you. God help you.
Let me.
Yes,
let me.
I be African man. Your mind is it a discipline?
That's something they do for you. Is
it a discipline my father instilled in me? And that is the reason you've not had a child to today. And a 16-year-old.
If I never can wash my back, I say the man they follow me.
Do you know that even when you meet a lady as an adult, you go the reason waiting people go talk how your parents go respond. Do you know that as a man in the early 30s, we are still scared of our parents?
Very well.
My mama fit still slap me
If I was
in my early 30s. And you are telling me a 16-year-old child will leave my roof.
But my father see this one, they know they proud of me.
Yes, a 16-year-old child, you leave my own roof with my discipline, everything, to go and have intimacy with multiple men that she will get pregnant and not know. May I not raise a shower under my roof?
Who is?
Yes. Now hook up material with that. That child no get future. I can promise you, because it is too early. At 16, she never gets WAEC, I guess. She does not know how to make money of her own. Who will shoulder that responsibility? Me that wants to have just 2 children, because I do not want to spend all my money raising kids. I want to use my money to build legacy, use my money and enjoy, travel the world. Now why I want to raise just 2 children, and you won't go out for me to take care? You are a joke. You will go out and face the reality outside. You go and walk. You understand? If you are ready to have a child, proceed when you have the funds. You will not go and give birth and I will take care of it, because even me, I need just 2. I will not shoulder that much responsibility. I have a lot I need to achieve for myself, and no child will drag me backward. If the mom don't let that child go, she will follow, because I think the mom, the child is just like the mom, not like me.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Let's put the question. What if it's your male child and he becomes a cultist? How do you handle that?
The male child will go and live with their capon. I'm a very wicked man.
See,
I'm a very wicked man. That male child will go and live with their capon, because me, he go live with who they do am with them. Because in my house, such is not tolerated. I am not a cultist.
No,
I not be a homosexual.
See the problem.
How can I raise an homosexual child? Where that blood come from? The more that needs to be questioned, because that's not my blood. That's not my blood.
Let me ask you something.
Big lips.
Let me ask something. You know that would be the worst decision for you to make, to tell your child to go and live with a capon. He can come back and be robbing you every day. Yeah, that is why it is not good for you to make harsh decisions with emotions. As a man, you need to sit down, plan your actions. You know the possible. See, there are ways to. There's an extreme point where you say that. Do you understand? And there's a point where you try to manage the situation. You try to, even if you want to detach yourself from him, do it in a way that he knows that he has gotten himself to the extent where yes, he will have to do this, because he became, anybody can, he can make a mistake and do that. The first thing for me is for me to carry him to the cell, so that he will tell me his capon will come and rescue him.
Can I say
something? When he comes out, he will know that the capon does not have power.
Can I say something? Do you know the kind of fear we had about our father? So that when we hear our father is coming back, we go off TV. We make the TV cold. So that my father when he comes back, we go touch the TV whether it hot. Do you understand? And now there was this man we were tenants in his house. As at then, that man was working in an oil company offshore, and he had a criminal child, right? He had a criminal child, and this child normally they come rob him. So one day, this man seek my father's advice. Do you know what my father said to him? My father said, "Go and report your useless armed robber son to the police. They didn't shoot him." End of the story.
Because that is the right thing for him to would have done.
You see my father mindset.
No, it's
I am my
the right
father's
thing for
child,
him
in
to
case you do not know. In case you think that I will give birth to what will destroy me.
No, that decision that your father made, that would have been the best decision now.
Uh-huh.
Do you get the point? But the problem now is you telling him, "Oh yeah, leave my house, don't be my son again."
Okay, no worry. He never jam.
That's what I'm saying. If you say leave my house, don't be, he can come back and have the best thing. You know that your child is a criminal. You report him to the criminal, the people that handle
making
criminal.
Making juju tight pass my own. As if they come making juju tight. because I did not kill my own father, and none of my children fit kill me. Making juju tight, so as if they come back, because No. I cannot raise such chaos now under my roof. No, that cannot be a product from my loins. Can never be. I will need to ask that woman that gave birth to that bastard where she took that seed from. Of God, at this point, I want to say this: raise children, give birth to children you can raise well. Make your own children no come be problem to me, because every day I wake up, I pray God to take away problem from my life. God will take away that your child that wants to cause problem to me. Even my own child that wants to ruin my reputation, God will take that child away, because me, I don't like problem. You understand?
But sometimes you need to watch your partner, the person you are calling your partner, because you will not be there all the time.
Yeah.
You understand?
So your wife needs to be able to take responsibility of your children.
You, not what she grew up with in her own house. Because some of these girls now waiting they grow up, see their mama do their papa, now waiting they go do to men where they do.
That is why you need to marry a woman that is suitable
all
to
these
raise.
girls from broken homes.
Yes, that is why you need to marry a woman that is suitable to raise a family, not to marry a booty call. You understand? Someone that cannot raise a child, correct a child. I can't marry a woman that my child will misbehave and she will come and report to me to handle the child. If the child misbehave, you will handle the child. I will come back to here discuss. Yes, because you will not wait for me to handle the child so that the child will hate me. Two of us go handle the children that we brought to this world, so that nobody will be an enemy. So that, okay, you want to report the children to me so that I will discipline them, beat them, and they cry, and you call them back to order. You'll be the nice mother, I'll be the wicked father. It will not happen that way. If the kids misbehave where you are, you discipline them. They misbehave around me, I discipline them. You see my mama? My mom was not a coward. I can never marry a coward. The same fear I had for my mom, I had for my dad. You no go run, go hide anywhere. You mess up, each of them will discipline you. You get the way mama will discipline you, finish. Papa come back out of anger that is still in her. She will tell Popsy. Popsy will continue from where she stopped. What are you telling me? And at the end of it, those training didn't go to waste. Are you aware of that? It did not go to waste. That is what molded me to who I am. I said they never arrest me, put me handcuff, but I get people who don't sleep for cell. Because I know that any day it happen, nobody will come for me. No fucking person will come for me. Because they now already tell me from house. That is why, even with my siblings, I tell them, know what you are doing. If you go extra, you face the consequences. Do you understand? If they carry you, go there, you go there. You go there, my pikin go there. No, that's not my child. That's not my child. We need to find out where the child came out from. So, people of God, we've come to the end of this session. I hope you've learned one or two, and you'll be able to put your home into order. So, stay blessed.